Hi everyone, I hope you had a wonderful new year and enjoyed your winter holiday. I had a lovely time seeing my family, and I still have my tiny trinket tree on display right here. I've gone for an underwater theme this year, featuring a lot of Sanrio gacha and Gatochi kitty straps. This one is an old Evian collaboration, and even Mentakun is featured. And for my star on top, I've chosen Piplup with his flippers stretched out like he's actually impersonating the star. So now I'd like to show you some of the gifts I received this year, not as a brag, but hopefully to inspire others on their lifestyle journey. Let's start with the clothes. So this first piece is one of a kind, hand knitted by my gran. Isn't she amazing? She obviously knows my favourite colours, and she's used 2 different patterns of stripes in some very soft wool, and it fits me perfectly. But I think I'd also like to add some silky ribbon ties to the front to make it feel more like a prince's winter shawl in this bitterly cold weather. Next up is this cropped sweater from the brand Norris Nuts. It's a super cute piece, but the only thing that came up when I googled the name was a family vlogging channel. I was planning on removing the front patch anyway, as my gifter suggested I do, to make it more my style. But I really feel like the charm point of this is the symmetrical zips. Like, how cool are these? I feel like I only see cool zipper placement in techwear and punk fashion, when they could be used for so much more. But anyway, I'll definitely wear this when it warms up outside. And then there's this simple cinema roll vest, perfect as a pajama top or just something cute on a hot summer's day. You'll soon see a cinema roll trend, as my friends and family know very clearly by now that he's my favourite mascot. Okay, let's move on to the next gifts. This was one of the things I desperately wanted. It's a bubble making machine. I've been trying to make my room feel like I live underwater, and what better way than with this? It lights up in rainbow on the side too, but I don't know if I can control that at all. Let's take it out the box and have a look. It's a bit loud, but it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, let me dry you off a bit and, here, just get that off your face, and so sorry about that. Let me, put this away for now. Ever since my mum got her water-powered tooth flosser, she's been preaching about it to any family member that will listen. I appreciate it though, and it does look to be much easier and more efficient than string floss, so I'll definitely work this into my daily routines. Now it's time to give my desk some love. So the colour doesn't show too well on camera, but this is actually a steel blue, water-resistant desk mat. It's much bigger than I thought, which is a good thing, as it'll make my whole setup that much cuter. Goodbye, ugly wooden patterns. So who else knew about the Care Bears building block sets? Because I didn't. It's nice to see Miniso branching out with their ideas and merchandise as well. I remember watching the same beat-up VHS tape over and over with my brother when we were young, and we both kept that nostalgic fondness, so this is a really sweet gift to receive. This next present is from my dad's very nice fiancée. It's a Pokémon diorama featuring Rowlet and Piplup. I actually have had my eye on this for a while, months ago, but I'd forgotten all about it, so suddenly receiving it like this is truly awesome. Hopefully we can build it together on Twitch sometime. I probably won't collect the whole set though, because the bathroom is just perfect by itself. But how cute is the box art and all this packaging? Remember what I said about Cinema Roll earlier? Yeah, so this Cinestash is from my brother and his partner. According to him, they walked into Miniso, went to the blue Sanrio section, and filled their basket. It really does feel like a goodie bag, and I know I'll use all of these things, which is even better. It contains a giant highlighter and a giant pen, a notebook, correction tape, which I'll be using a lot of, a hairbrush filled with floating glitter, ooh, nail accessories now that I'm learning how to apply my own sets, and hair clips. So cute! And of course I get the waterproof bag as well, which I can store my toiletries in when I'm travelling. My brother always spoils me at Christmas, so he also got me a Farlow sponsored animal. Farlow is a company that works with well-reputed wildlife charities, and as they tag and track many animals for research, with a donation you can get access to the live data of one. You get to pick your species on their store, and my brother got me a hammerhead shark called Gilbert last year. That's what this bracelet is. You also get a card of your sponsored animal, and this time he got me a sperm whale called Sven. You scan the code on the back of the card and download that app, and then you'll be able to see and be updated on their journey. Isn't it so freaking cool? All the way in northern Norway is where Sven was first seen and tagged, and he's been making a beeline to the South Americas since August. That's 5,358.2 miles according to this app. Socks! Is it really Christmas if your mum didn't get you socks? She chose very well for me this year. So this first pair are really soft and fluffy, and this simple embroidered star is very sweet. They'll be really good to wear in the evenings just before bed. He also got me this multi-pack, and it comes with an ocean-themed charm. I don't usually wear gold, but I'll make an exception for this. Also, there's a stray hair in a second. I know, I'm just as annoyed as you are about it, but let's try to ignore it and just look at the patterns. So this first pair are probably my favourite, but then there's a plain seafoam green, a sandy orange covered with starfish, and then another white pair covered in shells. Yeah, the first pair is still my favourite because I love this swirly shell pattern right here. It reminds me of ammonite. When I got back to Brighton a few days ago, I had a second mini Christmas with my local friends, and I was truly spoiled then too. This is a mini bath bomb set. They're filled with seaweed and herb blends, and they'll be perfect for hot foot soaks after a tiring day. I used to buy Lush bath bombs quite a lot, but recently I just get panic attacks when I sit in the bath. So this size is much more ideal for my foot spa plans. The purple one is grapefruit and chamomile, the green one is juniper berry and olibanum, and this white one is cedarwood, eucalyptus and peppermint. So thoughtful of them. I was also gifted cute candy. My mum used to put a few of these biscuits in my school lunch as a rare treat, so it's nice to have a whole pack to myself for a change. If you haven't tried them before, know that each biscuit has a printed design on. That's part of why my brother and I love them so much. Then some 4D gummies, which I've never tried and never really understood the concept of, because isn't all food 4D? If the fourth dimension is the sense of touch? Anyway, they also gave me some mini mochis too. Then the last gifts from my friends, I was not expecting at all. I recently revealed to them my childhood obsession with the dog artist collection, mainly the Wii game, and they gifted me an official Dalmatian plush in extremely good condition. McDonald's used to feature them in Happy Meals at one point, but this is different and better. His collar and charm are still intact, the eyes are glossy, and he's still firm with stuffing. He just needs a name, so maybe suggest one for me in the comments? Then along with the plushie, I also got some little trinket toys. These were clearly part of a series or collection, but I don't know if they were promotional or commercial or what. I'm just happy to have them, cute little guys. And that wraps up my Christmas haul for 2025. I'm so grateful to have been surrounded by people who love me unconditionally throughout this year, especially as I started to get my health in order. I'm looking forward to working even harder on my creative projects and my mental health in 2026, so I'll see you soon!